wonder when it was 20 years.
Okay, call the meeting to order. Start, please rise and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to approve the minutes last meeting.
Did you read them, Mike? Second.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have some employees with service recognitions. The first one today is Paula Mack with 20 years of service. Paula, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, Chief.
Thank you.
Then we have Joseph Burris with 10 years of service.
Thank you. And another 5 prior, right? So
Right.
really 15.
15 altogether.
I didn't see her
Thank you.
clap for you.
I'll get even with these two
I
ladies.
think it's on tape, you'll see.
I make a motion, oh,
We have two
Sorry.
other ones that are not here. We have Robert Fernley with 5 years and Wayne Oakley with 5 years, both with some soil conservation. We'll make sure that they get those.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, now I'll make a motion to approve item number 6 as listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion to approve item number 6 by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve item number 7 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren for item 7. Questions or comments? Yes.
Can you please explain what the Central Bradford Progress Authority Housing studies?
Brings in-
Well, that would be the fourth one down, or
Right. It's a housing study that's getting done to look at the housing in Susquehanna County to try and determine the needs for Susquehanna County, what type of housing is needed for Susquehanna County. And then it works with DCED, state agencies. If it's low-income housing, getting funding from them. If it's middle class, then trying to get developers, trying to do what we can to try and provide adequate housing for Susquehanna County.
are we planning for more housing in Susquehanna County?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is in Bradford County.
No. Central Progress Authority is out of Bradford County. They work for us too.
Is there any connotation to the word progress there, other than moving forward?
Yeah, there's a lot of things getting done. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to approve item number 8 as listed on your agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 8. Questions or comments?
Could you discuss that, please?
Yeah, there is a resolution that we've got. Basically what it is we're asking the legislators to review the Minimum Royalty Act that was put in place to address the issues of gas companies that are charging extensive post-production fees, which are reducing the royalties amount to a bare minimum. We're asking the legislators to please review that and do something legislatively to try and correct that issue.
And this is only for the money charged against the royalty payments. It's not touching anything else in the royalty payments.
No, the only, in the royalty.
Because one specific question. Is it looking at the entire law, or is it only looking at that facet of the law?
It's looking at this facet of the law right now.
So it's an incomplete study. It's an incomplete resolution.
I don't think so. Yes, Mr. Stevens.
Who wrote it?
We put it together here. We also worked with Bradford County. They're doing the same thing. And my understanding there's gonna be other counties that are gonna jump on board with it also.
I have a comment. I'm pleased to see this because I noticed it's almost impossible to figure out. Mike knows this, he's an attorney that studies the gas leases, how much they're paying me, that's ridiculous. But once again, we put energy into the Second Amendment, energy into making sure people are getting paid. There's almost 50 determination letters, and I'll read one line, it's the same line in every one.
Do you have anything about this item?
This is exactly it. This is exactly it. This is gas, this is gas. It's the exact same thing.
Now, this deals with a resolution based on a certain item.
Correct, royalties, payment. All I'm saying is, we're concerned about people getting their money. But I've got almost 50 determination letters here that say gas well drilling affected people's private water wells from the DEP, every single one of them. So, I appreciate this, just like I did the Second Amendment. Let's get on this and figure out if we're gonna do a resolution to protect the citizens of the Commonwealth and the county on their water supplies being damaged. Doesn't matter how much money you get, doesn't matter if you get $1 million if you lose your value of your house and your future. So that's all I'm saying, is I appreciate this, and thank you for doing that and protecting the citizens' rights under the contracts they signed.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 9 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 9. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on your agenda.
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 10. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 11.
Motion to approve item number 11 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 11. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 12 is listed on your agenda.
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 12. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to approve item number 13 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 13. Questions or comments? Yes.
Just, is there any reason given, or just resignation?
She just resigned. All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to approve item number 14 as listed on your agenda.
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Jean Greco to approve item 14 on the agenda. Questions or comments? Yes.
Do you know how often the office is cleaned?
Once a week.
$65 for one cleaning of one office?
Well, it's not just one little office, it's the whole, it's everything in that building.
Oh, in the whole building?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14? Oh, I'm sorry, public comment. Okay, at this point, we'll have public comment on the commissioners meeting.
Extrapolating, going a little bit further on what I brought up earlier, we had some dude from Ireland come in that made a movie called Frack Nation that's saying, what he does is attack people personally, and the reason I'm bringing this up is everybody watches while our neighbors get attacked. I've been told, I'm not from the area, I'm not a 5th or 6th generation person. There's the 100 years ago, my great-grandfather is right here. There's my father and my grandmother who founded Salt Springs Park, Friends of Salt Springs Park. So I just want to make sure everyone here knows that I'm not from here, I wasn't born here. I am a 6th generation landowner here. Secondly, there is Salt Springs Park being blamed for the contamination in Franklin Forks. The determination from the DEP that just came out doesn't give them doesn't tell them what caused their problems. Just tells them that gas drilling did, which I find funny. But right here on the press release they put out, which is totally different from this one, their claim is, yeah, your water's bad, and it's just as bad and exactly the same as what's down at Salt Springs Park. So the question originally 16 months ago to the DEP was, how did it magically go a mile from there to get to the homes that have been affected? They have water buffaloes and vent pipes, and so does the restaurant there. Heavenly Angels has a vent pipe, and they had to stop using their water because they found out their arsenic was 5 times high. So my concern is not who did it. I don't care who did it, but if you're going to make a definitive statement that gas drilling didn't cause it, then you have to show us what really caused it. Not blaming it on the park down the street a mile. That's ridiculous. Now, like I told you before, the determination letters are rolling in. That was from Bradford County alone, almost 50. Now we're doing Susquehanna. We have somebody doing every county in the state of Pennsylvania for determination letters. All we want is, if it has the phrase, your water well was contaminated by natural gas drilling in the area. I will estimate we'll have hundreds, and I'm gonna bring them in as soon as we have them, and flutter them in front of you guys, because we're ignoring that. Now I see this in my pin lines. PA preferred, grown in PA, it makes a difference. We aren't even testing the water or the animals at farms that have gas wells sitting right on them, that have had well casing failures. We have no idea whether I prefer something grown in Pennsylvania, or milk from Pennsylvania, or eggs. Do I wanna harm the farmers? No, the hell I do not wanna harm the farmers. But if I own a farm and I'm unsure of the product I'm producing and nobody's testing it, I would test it myself, because the liability itself after that, if somebody gets poisoned from the contamination, is far beyond what I'm ever gonna get paid by the gas industry. Southwestern, you saw it in the paper last week. They bought out Chesapeake's acreage, including on my property. So let me get this straight. Chesapeake signs my grandmother in a nursing home illegally. We straighten that out. Then they sell, 14 months later, we're afraid of the Chinese coming here into the building when they're allowed in with a camera. Come on, the Chinese are buying everybody else out with this too. But they sell 1/3 interest of my property to Statoil without our knowledge, just sell it out. And now they swap the lease. Why can't the people that buy the lease in the first place stick to it? Chesapeake was a big company. They weren't in this business for continuing with the relationship. They told me they'd spend $100,000 to keep me from taking a bad lease off my property. But you know how much they gave this up for? $547 an acre. That's funny, they gave me $4,000 an acre 2 years ago for my property. That's a big loss on their part. If anybody can't read the writing on the wall where this industry's going, which is in the toilet, we're all gonna go down with them. They need to straighten up their shit, shut off the valves, and let the price raise up. They've killed the price of gas, it's worthless. So why is everybody turning on their neighbors for nothing? They're getting turned on themselves. And I'll leave it with this. The neighbors in Franklin Forks were told by the EPA representative when they called to declare a state of emergency, and they did, with the National Response Center. I have the documents, they did log it, and that log goes out to 17 federal agencies and state agencies all over the East Coast. They've all been notified. They're saying, I don't know what caused my water to go bad, but it is, and the DEP says it is bad. So get in here and figure it out. Maybe somebody will come in and actually figure out what happened, instead of not blaming it on the gas industry and blaming it on a park. I'm getting tired of it. Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Motion adjourned.
Oh, I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a comment to Mike Jean Greco. I'd like to know that, can the chairman limit the amount of comments that we make? What is the ordinance that covers that? How is that allowable? And I'd like to know why all the codes for conduct are not posted on the wall, so we know what they are. I'd like to see something in writing that limits our comments, because Alan Hall has limited our comments at least twice, and I'd like to know your legal answer to that.
No comment.
All right.
Thank you for your comment.
Any other comments? Yes.
And I also would like to know why, Mike, when somebody is speaking, you're busy reading, writing, signing things. How can you possibly hear his comment and give him the respect and listening to that comment?
Yeah, thank you. No comment.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
There's a motion on the floor by Michael, I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Now go to the salary board meeting.
9:13.
Salary board meeting's called to order.
Motion to approve minutes from 3/27/2013 salary board meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Treasurer Bonick, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 3. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 4.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 4 as listed on your agenda.
Second.
Second, go ahead.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Bonick to approve item 4. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 5.
Motion to approve item number 5 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve item 5 on the agenda by Commissioner Jean Greco, second by Commissioner Warren. Questions or comments? Yes.
Does motion number 5 fill the vacancy for number, that's eliminated in number 4?
Yes.
What is the difference? in number 4, it's assistant roads and bridges foreman, and in number 5, it's new position of roads and what, is there a difference?
Yeah, there's a huge difference. Item 4 was a position that was a laborer position that went out and worked, physically built bridges and worked on bridges and did the actual trying to clean them out. Item 5, the difference with item 5 is this person is more administrative, although they will be doing some manual labor. Item 5 is more administrative, making sure we're getting the liquid fuels money to pay for the bridge work, looking at working with the engineers to review the inspections, to making sure that the repairs that are deemed necessary are actual, and the engineering firm isn't putting something in there that we don't think we really need. Working with subcontractors so they can get the bridge repairs done, the repairs that need to be done.
Okay.
And then also doing all the paperwork and all the filings, taking pictures and maintaining files, so that when we have the next disaster where we have a flood, we've got documentation to show where we did the work before the flood, so that we can get paid through FEMA and FEMA for doing the work again.
Can you tell me what an assistant roads and bridges foreman made?
We didn't have one before.
But you're eliminating the position.
Oh, the assistant roads and bridges, the person that left here, when he left, was making, I don't know, probably $16, $17 an hour.
And the person who's going to be more of an administrator is going to be making it the most, $14.93 an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You're creating, so essentially what you're doing is creating an administrative position in number 5,
Mhm.
but eliminating the position of a foreman who's actually on the job.
Well, there was only one person, so you can call him a foreman, but it was a one-person foreman. And he did resign. I mean, we're not eliminating his position, he resigned.
No, I'm not-
So we're
I'm
just
just-
changing the position around.
My question is if you have an ongoing construction job, you need a foreman.
Well, if we have an ongoing construction job that will require any type of construction of a bridge, this person will be responsible to oversee the work that's being done on the bridge. You know, the term foreman before would indicate that they're overseeing our people. We're not going to be building the bridges. We are going to sub that out. They will be overseeing to make sure the subcontractors are doing the work.
So the subcontractor will be providing a foreman.
The subcontractors will have to provide their own foreman, yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any public comment on the salary board?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second by Treasurer Benedict. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
9:17.
Alan, I have a question. Are these, is this available for us to see? Is that available on,